perception is everything. Like seeing those images on TV, like Mike, well, it was really hard for me to listen to Mike say this at one point, but now I kind of get it. Is like Mike had this one video and he was doing an interview of this guy and he was saying, you have to play the game. You have to be, you have to participate. You have to put yourself out there. And he was saying, do I want to put puppy dog ears and puppy dog filter, like the nose and the ear thing filter from, for Instagram? No, it's gay. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Right. It's, I would never, it's beneath me, but he'll do it because that's what the chicks laugh at. That's what they want to see. Right. And people say, well, that's dancing monkey shit, right? You're doing triple monkey backflips. Yes, I know where that comes from. And you're basically at the dancing monkey game. And I'm like, well, if it works, if it works. And then I thought about it and I go, why does it work? Why would putting the puppy dog filter on your face for a Instagram reel, why would that get better engagement than just like going out there and being direct about stuff, right? Because it's perception. And that's what women, respond to and react to. Like when Naftali was talking about, like vulnerability and all this other shit like that. It's like, no, it's the perception is what it is. It's not like, what was that? The chick who was talking about, no, it was Alex, that chick that was, with him in a couple of those other videos. And she wants to say, oh, well, if you've got this guy and he's on Tinder or he's on one of the dating apps or something like that, and he has all this stuff, and it doesn't matter if he's got she was right, it doesn't matter if he's got ambition or drive or whatever, as long as if he's in a Fortune 500 company, it would prove that he has to have ambition, right? Not necessarily. And it was funny because she kept saying she wasn't really looking at the underlying sort of ephemeral qualities that are necessary to achieve things like the success that she was looking for. And I thought this is kind of a moot point because the minute you go on Tinder, you're not like this guy. I could say I have a Lamborghini. I could say I have $1 million. I could say I'm the quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. I could say whatever I want to fucking say, right? And it's all about perception. And you're going to get those clicks and you're going to get those hits, like the guy that did the experiment with the male model, like that guy, when he's saying, hey, look, I don't bathe. I bathe once a week. And I was never convicted, but I have a felony account or something, or some sort of conviction or whatever, for sexual assault or something like that, right? Didn't matter. The guy had so many, like women were just, they didn't care. They were just like, hey, you can assault me anytime you want, right? It's like the Chris Brown effect. Remember when Chris was it was Chris Brown when he like whacked Rihanna a few times and what
Swiffer.
And remember, this was like, was in 2015, 2014, something like that. Yeah. And so what's all over Twitter? Oh, he can hit me up and he can smack me up anytime he wants to. He's Chris Brown. I'm like,
illusion.
Yeah. And who would you want as the Raiders head coach besides Gruden? No one. Only Gruden. I want Gruden back is what I want, but it's not going to happen. I don't know. That's a tough question. I should ask Mike that, who he would want on the anybody who we have now. we have this multi-bajillion dollar, a stadium over Allegiant right over here. It's beautiful, man. The place looks like the Death Star. Not a dime has been spent on a team. Oh my God. Yeah. So the perception is there now, and I get you. I get what you're saying, right? I will entertain you for one more, right? Or just don't do social media. Okay. The thing is that even if you could, let's just say for sake of argument, you say, okay, I'm not going to do social media. I'm not going to do Tinder. I'm not going to do Hinge or Bumble or anything like that. A lot of people are abandoning those platforms as it is anyways. And so what are they doing? Well, they're still going to, Instagram is the number one dating app on planet Earth. Let's just be honest. But even if you could do that, even if you could like separate yourself from from social media, and you go, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about chicks with an Instagram. I'm gonna go meet some chicks in the club. I'm gonna go to Zook. I'm gonna go to Hakkasan. I'm gonna go to the library, which is where I'm supposed to. Barnes and Noble. That's where all the hot chicks are, right? I'm gonna go to the coffee shops because that's apparently where you meet quality women, right? So I'm gonna go there and do that. But you know what? All those chicks that are in the coffee shop and all those girls in the fucking library and Bible study or wherever you think you're gonna find good wholesome girls, you know what? Those girls, they're still on fucking Instagram. Okay, they still have their own accounts, and you know what they're going to do? If you don't have an Instagram, they're going to take a picture of you, and guess what? You're not only dating her, you're dating mom, sisters, all her girlfriends, everybody that follows her on Instagram, all the simps, all her beta orbiters, everybody who's like liking every single fucking picture of her on vacation or whatever. That's who you're dating too. You're dating those guys. You're dating her girlfriends. You're dating her mom. You're dating her stepmom. You're dating her aunt. You're dating her cousins. You're dating whoever. And so even if you could go and say, you know what, I'm done with social media. I'm not going to bother with that kind of, all my dating is all analog. No digital dating for me, right? The other chicks are doing that. And I pointed this out at one point where, like I think it was Fresh, right? And Fresh said something in effect. I think he was on there with Destiny, and Destiny asked him like, what percentage of college girls do you think actually like get flued out to like a yacht party by Drake or like an NBA player or some even a B-list rapper to go on a yacht party in Miami, right? Fucking Fresh, 30%. What? What? Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. What? No, it's more like maybe like a fraction of 1%, but that's not the point. And this is what Fresh probably should have said. It doesn't matter what the percentage is. It's what percentage of women believe they could do that it's something that's within the realm of possibility for them. Because what happens is you have all these women that are in the global sexual marketplace. And if in the global sexual marketplace, all of their friends or they don't even have to be friends. They could just be people that they know, quote unquote, online. You know, they're parasocial friends. I love parasocial. Everybody's using that term now. Their parasocial friends are the ones that are going to Biscayne Bay and like doing these yacht parties and shaking their ass on the netting between the pontoons. But it doesn't matter because they see that chick and they go, I'm hotter than that girl. That could be me. I could be there on that netting right there, shaking my ass, right? Twerking in front of whoever. That could be me. That's my level of sexual market value right there, because clearly that chick's not that hot and I'm hotter than her. So I could do this. I just don't know Drake. I don't know whoever the rapper is or the athlete is or whoever it is. Right. And if I did, then I would be in and she would be out. Right. And what happens is that's the global sexual marketplace. And when women's attitude and their sexual market value is estimated in the global sexual marketplace, then they turn off whenever they do, turn off the phone, turn off whatever. And they're in the local sexual marketplace, wherever they happen to be. They still think that their sexual market value is commensurate with their global sexual market value. So that's why I said it doesn't matter what the percentage of girls that are going out to these meeting millionaires in Dubai. It doesn't matter what the percentages of girls who find Pretty Woman, right? They find their Richard Gere and they're just basically the hooker with the heart of gold. It doesn't matter what this star-crossed lovers, this fantasy romance, novel thing. That's Tinder swindler. It doesn't matter that what the percentages of those encounters are. It just matters that instance or that perception of what was going on in the global sexual marketplace affects her in the local sexual marketplace. So if she says, I must be an 8 because I'm hotter than that chick that's on the yacht. She goes back to her dorm at ASU and says, why would I want to get with these broke fucks? I'm worth way more than that because I have the possibility or the potential of meeting this guy who's a multimillionaire in Dubai. I have the possibility of my ship finally coming in and I get an invite from this, I don't know, NBA player and he wants me to come to Miami to be on his boat. Right? That's the point, is the perception. And that's my very long-winded way of saying it's all about the imagery, because that is what influences women's, like people say, oh, women have these overblown egos today, but because they think like it convinces a 6 that she's an 8. That's how that happens. It's that global sexual marketplace that convinces her that she's an 8. She comes back to the local sexual marketplace and she goes to some, I don't know, party in Scottsdale, right? And realizes that, or has this attitude anyways, that she's an 8, right? And maybe that's not really relatable in the real world, but the perception that was created for her by the global sexual marketplace is now transferred into the local sexual marketplace. And so she doesn't want to have anything to do with guys that she doesn't think are worthy of her anymore. So when I'm talking, when we hear these people, I got a video for you here with Scott Galloway. When you hear these people talking about, oh, what's the problem with the dating market today? It's the perception. It's not the actuality. It's the perception that women have a higher sexual market value than they actually do. And so therefore, that's what their standards are based on. My standards are based on the fact that there's an outside chance that Drake might call me and ask me to come out to Miami and go hang out on his boat. Is that going to happen? Probably not, but that doesn't matter when you're 23 years old and you're at the peak of your game. You're in your prime. So are you going to, you want to know why like young women tend to gravitate towards older guys? And I don't mean like 50s and 60s. I mean like maybe in their 30s, maybe mid 30s, something like that. It's because they see that guy as having more of the things or more of the qualities that guy that she saw online has. He has the means to maybe not take me to Biscayne Bay on a yacht party, but he has the ability to allow me to live a lifestyle that I think I'm worth, because my perception of myself has now been altered by what I see online. So it's a global sexual marketplace versus the local sexual marketplace. So I thought I'd just throw that out there a little bit, because that's kind of like a precursor to a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about. Because what happens is when that woman comes out of that and she comes back to the local sexual marketplace and her ego and her sexual market value is established by the global sexual marketplace, then what do guys do to modify their game, to modify their approach, to get with the chick who is functionally a 6, but thinks she's an 8? Are they still, like, most guys don't even think about that anymore. They're just still trying to figure their dicks out, right? But really what they're saying, how are you going to modify your game? Most guys are completely unprepared for shit like that. They don't know.